bashful.
which one are you most like, Charlie?
Are you like happy?
You gotta be more gentle with this, okay? You gotta be gentle. So the seven dwarfs, where do they go? They go to work? They go to work, right? And Snow White's by herself. What happens to Snow White? Does she get hungry? Well, not yet, but she gets hungry first, right? Then what does she do? She goes for a walk in the woods looking for... Well, she's looking for some food. And who does she meet in the woods? Who's in the woods? A witch. But does she know it's the witch? No, because the witch made herself look like a little old lady who's selling apples, right? And Snow White says, man, I'm so hungry. Can I buy one of your apples? And what does she say? She says, you don't even have to buy one. I'll just give you this one. It's free, right? So what happens then? Snow White takes the apple and she's like, oh, I got a free apple. This is awesome, right? And then what's she do? She goes home. While she's going home, does she eat the apple? Then what happens? She goes, I'm so sleepy, right? Do the dwarfs come home from work? And they look at her and what do they think? Do they think she's okay? No, they look at her like, you don't look so good. And then what happens? She goes to sleep forever? Oh no! So what do they do for her? They're so sad. What? A king?
Yeah.
You mean a prince?
A prince.
Yeah. He's not a king yet. They need to find a prince to wake her up.
Yeah.
Right?
A castle.
At the castle, yeah.
Touchdown Browns!
Yeah.
Must be raining. There's drops of water on the camera.
This is a goofy run because he.
Well, he's falling down.
I know it.
And Laval picks him up and says, don't fall down, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So where's the prince at? How do they go find the prince? What do they do?
Go to the castle.
They go to a castle?
Yeah.
Oh, and what's the prince doing?
This is your name. You will wake up.
They said if you kiss her on the cheek, she'll wake up?
Yeah.
But what is, I mean, the prince is like, I don't even know her. Why should I kiss her? What do they tell her? Or what do they tell the prince? How do they get the prince to go see Snow White? What do they tell her? What?
Kiss them on cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
that's
prince
right.
is like, I don't know her. Why would I want to kiss her on the cheek? There's plenty of women here in the kingdom. And what do the dwarfs say to the prince? They say she's the prettiest one of all, right? And he says, well, I'll give it a shot, right? Yeah.
That's good memorizing, though. That's
Do they get him to go back to the village then?
Yeah.
But who finds out about it?
I don't know.
The witch.
Oh.
So what does the witch do while the prince is on his way back to the village to kiss Snow White?
He wakes up.
She dresses up?
No, he wakes up.
No, well, the Snow White doesn't wake up yet though, because the prince isn't there yet. Remember, the evil witch says, "I'm gonna fix this." So the evil witch gets all dressed up because she's really pretty too, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, even though she's really good at riding horses, she goes out in the woods and pretends that she's having a hard time with her horse. Remember?
Yeah.
And the prince goes by, and the prince is like, well, can I help you? And she's like, well, I just can't seem to get my saddle right. Can you help me? Right?
But I bet it's a trick.
Yeah, it's a trick. Because she wants the prince to fall in love with her. So she wants the prince to just forget about Snow White. Because she heard that princes like it when women need help. So she pretended she needed help. Right? But does the prince figure out that she's really a witch and she's really not a beautiful fair maiden?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? How's the prince find out? What's he do? It's not Snow. We're not talking about Snow White. Okay, so after the prince figures out that the pretty girl is really the witch, while he's fixing her saddle, she starts to tell him how to do it, and she's really mean for a second, right? Because she couldn't stay in disguise, because she's really mean, and he knew it. So what did he do? He tied her arm to the horse, remember? And he smacked the horse on the butt and said, "Giddy up," and the horse ran away with the witch. And then they didn't see the witch ever again. And then he went to the village. Then what did he do? When he got to the village, now what's he do?
I don't know.
You told me about 10 times. He kisses her on the cheek.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Wake up.
She wakes up, but I thought you said she was sleeping forever. How could she wake up? Because he broke the spell. And then what happens after? So he breaks the spell, she wakes up, they get married, and they live happily ever after. Yeah.
Good story. I like that story, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a